When you commit to something, truly commit, you set a fire in motion. That fire isn't built on feelings or fleeting moments of motivation. It's rooted in a deep, unwavering decision. The kind of decision that says, no matter how I feel, no matter what obstacles stand in my way, I'm going to see this through. Commitment isn't casual. It's not wishful thinking or vague hope. It's a declaration of intent backed by the willingness to do whatever it takes to get it done. But let's be honest, commitment isn't always easy. Life will test it. Distractions will try to derail it. And let's not forget that internal voice, the one that whispers excuses and feeds your fears. That voice will try to convince you that quitting is easier, that comfort is better, and that you don't have what it takes. But you do. What you need is not more inspiration, it's the discipline to stick to your commitment even when the excitement fades and the grind gets tough. Commitment is about staying loyal to what you said you'd do long after the mood in which you said it has passed. It's about showing up on the hard days, the tiring days, and the days when progress feels invisible. Because the truth is, success doesn't come to those who merely desire it. It comes to those who are willing to work for it relentlessly. Desire without discipline is just a dream. Discipline is the bridge that connects your commitment to your breakthrough. I think of commitment as a contract you make with yourself. And here's the thing about contracts, they're binding. When you sign your name on the line of your goals, you're saying, this isn't a maybe, this is a must. You don't negotiate with yourself about whether to keep going when it gets hard. You don't entertain thoughts of giving up when it feels inconvenient. You press forward because you've already decided that failure is not an option. And let me tell you, when you're truly committed, something shifts. Your focus sharpens. Your priorities align. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your purpose. You find strength you didn't know you had. The distractions that once pulled you away lose their power because your mind is locked in on the vision. And when that vision becomes your priority, excuses lose their place. Doubt loses its grip. Fear has to bow to determination. Commitment transforms our wishing to, it moves you from intention to action to progress, and from progress to victory. It's not a passive thing, it's active, relentless, and unshakable. When you're committed, you don't wait for the stars to align or for someone to rescue you. You step up, you take ownership, and you put in the work. Because the truth is, no one can be more committed to your success than you. It's your vision, your dream, your purpose. So it's your responsibility to see it through. Procrastination is a thief. It steals your time, your energy, and your potential. It convinces you to delay, to wait for a better moment, to keep putting off what you know needs to be done. But let me tell you something, the perfect time will never come. There will always be reasons to wait, excuses to stall, and distractions to lure you away from your purpose. The only way to defeat procrastination is to act, and act now. Action isn't about waiting for the stars to align or for your feelings to catch up with your intentions. Action is about stepping forward even when you don't feel ready. It's about taking that first step, no matter how small, because progress begins the moment you move. Don't underestimate the power of starting. That first step might seem insignificant, but it has the potential to break the chains of inertia that hold you back. Procrastination thrives on overthinking. It whispers all the reasons why it's too hard, too complicated, or too overwhelming. It magnifies the task until it feels impossible to tackle. But here's the truth, the task doesn't have to be conquered all at once. You don't have to climb the entire mountain in one leap, you just have to take the first step. When you move, you create momentum. And momentum is powerful, it can carry you further than you ever thought possible. Sometimes we delay because we're afraid of failing, afraid of criticism, or even afraid of success. But fear doesn't diminish when you avoid it, it grows. The only way to silence fear is to confront it head on. You may feel uncertain, And that's okay. You may feel uncomfortable, and that's normal. But let discomfort be the signal that you're growing, not the excuse to stop. There's a shift that happens when you stop waiting and start doing. Each small action builds confidence. Each completed step adds strength to your resolve. You begin to realize that the power to move forward has been within you all along. You don't need permission and you don't need perfect circumstances. All you need is the decision to begin. And let me tell you, once you begin, the excuses start to fade. That mountain you thought was too high, it doesn't seem so intimidating anymore. That fear that paralyzed you, it loses its grip. Because action changes everything. It transforms fear into courage, doubt into belief, and hesitation into determination. Don't let procrastination rob you of what's meant for you. Don't give it the power to delay your dreams, your goals, and your purpose. Take the reins of your life and force yourself to act. Start small if you must, but start. Take one step, then another and another. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. Because the moment you act, you reclaim your power. You stop letting procrastination dictate your future, and you step boldly into the path of progress and purpose. Your mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost. Before you can conquer the challenges outside, you must first master what's happening inside. The way you think, the stories you tell yourself, and the beliefs you hold will determine how far you go. A powerful mindset doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice you make daily, a discipline you cultivate intentionally. You have to train your mind to align with the vision and purpose you're pursuing. Doubt will try to creep in, whispering lies about what you can't do. Fear will attempt to paralyze you, convincing you that the risks are too great. And let's not forget negativity. It will always find a way to infiltrate your thoughts if you're not vigilant. But here's the truth, you don't have to entertain those thoughts. You don't have to let them take root in your mind. You have the authority to evict every lie, every fear, and every doubt that tries to sabotage your progress. It starts with being intentional about what you feed your mind. What are you listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What conversations are you having? And what voices are influencing your perspective? Because whatever you feed will grow. If you're constantly absorbing negativity, it will cloud your vision and weaken your resolve. But if you fill your mind with truth, encouragement, and purpose, you'll build the strength to overcome every challenge that comes your way. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. Yes, talk to yourself. When the pressures of life try to pull you down, you have to remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Speak words of life over yourself. Declare that you are strong, equipped, and able. Remind yourself of the vision that's driving you, the goal that's worth the fight, and the purpose that's greater than the obstacles you face. Let me tell you, mastering your mindset doesn't mean the challenges will disappear. It doesn't mean you won't feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed at times. But it does mean that those feelings won't have the final say. You may feel the pressure, but you won't crumble. You may face setbacks, but you won't quit. Because your mind has been conditioned to press forward, to rise above, and to persevere no matter what. A strong mindset transforms how you see difficulties. What once looked like a wall becomes a stepping stone. What once felt like a dead end becomes a detour to something better. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, you learn to focus on what's possible. Instead of being consumed by problems, you train your mind to seek solutions. The battle isn't about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. Master your mindset, and you master your response. Master your response, and you master your future. The power is already within you. Train your mind, guard your thoughts, and align your focus with the purpose that's calling you forward. Victory starts in your mind. Overwhelm is a sneaky thing. It creeps in when you're staring at the enormity of the task before you, whispering that it's too much, too big, too impossible, It's the weight of everything you have to do pressing down on you all at once. But let me tell you something, you don't have to tackle it all in one moment. You don't have to conquer the mountain in one stride. The secret to overcoming overwhelm is breaking it down. When you're faced with a massive goal or an intimidating project, the key is to divide and conquer. Look at the whole picture, yes, but then zero in on just one piece. Ask yourself, what's the next step I could take? What's the one thing I could do right now? When you break it down into smaller parts, the impossible suddenly becomes possible. Each small step you take builds momentum, and momentum is what carries you forward. Let's be clear, breaking it down isn't about lowering your standards or shrinking your vision. It's about being strategic. It's about recognizing that progress isn't made in leaps and bounds. It's made in steady, consistent steps. Each step may seem small on its own, but together they add up to something significant. Don't despise the small steps. Don't underestimate the power of doing a little bit at a time. When you break things down, you give yourself room to breathe. You shift your focus from the overwhelming weight of the whole task to the manageable size of a single action. And when you complete that action, something remarkable happens. You feel a sense of accomplishment. That small victory fuels your confidence and motivates you to tackle the next piece. But let's be honest, sometimes even breaking it down feels like too much. That's when you need to remind yourself why you're doing this. What's the purpose behind the work? What's the reward waiting on the other side of the struggle? When you keep your eyes on the purpose, it gives meaning to every small step you take. Purpose transforms mundane tasks into building blocks of something greater. Breaking it down also teaches you patience. It reminds you that success is a process, not an event. It's about staying faithful in the small things, trusting that they're leading you to something bigger. The world often celebrates the big moments, the victories, the breakthroughs, but those moments are built on the foundation of countless small, unseen efforts. So stop staring at the whole mountain. Stop letting the size of the task paralyze you. Focus on what's right in front of you. Take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Celebrate each small win as a step closer to the finish line. Because when you break it down, you take control. You move from overwhelmed to empowered, from stuck to unstoppable. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've climbed higher than you ever thought possible. Discomfort is a doorway. It's the passage between where you are and where you want to be, but so often we run from it, we avoid it, fight it, and convince ourselves that it's a sign to stop. But let me tell you something, discomfort is not the enemy. It's a signal that you're growing, stretching, and moving beyond what's familiar. If you're serious about achieving something great, you must be willing to embrace discomfort and push through the resistance. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. It's in the moments when you feel the strain, the stretch, and the struggle that transformation takes place. Think about a seed breaking through the soil. That process is uncomfortable. It requires pressure and persistence. But without it, the seed would never grow into the plant it's destined to be. The same is true for you. You cannot become who you're meant to be without enduring the discomfort that comes with growth. But let's be real, discomfort isn't pleasant. It challenges your patience, your confidence, and your resolve. It exposes your weaknesses and tests your limits. It whispers lies, telling you that the pain isn't worth it, that it's easier to quit and settle for less. But hear me clearly, the pain of discomfort is temporary, while the pain of regret lasts a lifetime. If you want the reward, you must be willing to endure the process. Pushing through discomfort requires a mindset shift. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, see it as a bridge. Every time you push past your limits, you grow stronger. Every time you choose to stay the course, you build resilience. Discomfort doesn't just test you, it teaches you. It reveals your hidden potential and prepares you for the challenges ahead. It's not there to break you, it's there to make you better. You must also remember that discomfort is often where the greatest opportunities lie. The things that scare you, the challenges that seem insurmountable, are often the very things that hold the key to your breakthrough. If you avoid discomfort, you'll miss out on the blessings and opportunities that are waiting on the other side. Don't let fear of the process keep you from the promise. There will be moments when it feels like you can't take another step. That's when you dig deep. Remind yourself of your why. Focus on the vision, not the pain. And take it one step at a time. Even if you stumble, even if you fall, don't stop. Get back up, keep pushing, and refuse to quit. Because the discomfort is temporary, but the reward is eternal. When you embrace discomfort, you take control of your growth. You stop letting fear dictate your actions and start living with purpose. You stop settling for less and start striving for more. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your ally. Lean into it, push through it, and watch as it transforms you into the person you were created to be. Success demands persistence. It's not a one-time effort, a fleeting burst of energy, or a casual attempt. It requires a relentless, determined spirit that says, I will keep going no matter what. Persistence is about staying in the fight, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about pushing forward step by step with grit and determination, refusing to back down until you've accomplished what you set out to do. Life will challenge your persistence. It will test your resolve with obstacles, delays, and disappointments. You will face moments when the path seems too long and the reward feels too far away. But let me tell you something, the people who succeed are not always the smartest, the most talented, or the most connected. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who keep showing up, keep working, and keep believing even when progress seems invisible. Persistence isn't glamorous. It's not the highlight reel that everyone sees. It's the behind-the-scenes work that often goes unnoticed. It's the late nights, the early mornings, and the sacrifices you make when no one else is watching. It's choosing to stay committed when others have walked away. Persistence is the unshakable belief that your effort matters, that your vision is worth fighting for, and that your breakthrough is closer than it seems. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of the struggle feels too heavy to bear. But those moments are where persistence shines. It's in the darkest hours that your determination is forged. You don't need to see the whole staircase to keep climbing. You just need to take the next step. Persistence isn't about never feeling discouraged. It's about refusing to let discouragement stop you. Persistence also requires adaptability. There will be times when the original plan doesn't work, when doors close, or when unexpected challenges arise. But persistence doesn't mean banging your head against a wall. It means finding another way. It means being resourceful, creative, and flexible enough to navigate the detours while keeping your eyes fixed on the destination. Setbacks are not the end of the road. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and try again. Every time you choose persistence, you're building something within yourself that's greater than the goal you're chasing. You're building resilience, courage, and character. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of enduring the hard times and coming out stronger on the other side. The reward of persistence isn't just the achievement itself, it's the transformation that happens along the way. When you look back on your journey, you'll realize that persistence was the key that unlocked the door to your success. It was the steady, unwavering commitment to keep going that made the difference. So don't give up, don't stop short. No matter how tough it gets, keep moving forward. Because persistence always pays off in the end.